What up, history detectives? Today I'm about to destroy your childhood. Remember every Western movie you've ever loved? Yeah, well, they're all lies. I'm talking complete fiction, and the real Wild West. Way weirder, and honestly way cooler than Hollywood ever showed you. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll never watch a John Wayne movie the same way again. First bombshell. Your tough, grizzled cowboy heroes? They were basically teenagers. Most cowboys were 16 to 18 years old. Picture this. Instead of Clint Eastwood, imagine your little brother herding cattle for months while eating nothing but beans. Not so romantic anymore, right? These weren't badass gunfighters. They were kids doing one of the worst jobs in America for terrible pay. But here's what'll really blow your mind. Half of all cowboys weren't even white. 25% were black. 25% were Mexican vaqueros who literally invented cowboy culture. So next time you watch a Western with an all-white cast, remember, Hollywood straight up erased history. The real West was like the most diverse workplace in 1800s America. And another thing, being a cowboy was horrible. Forget the romantic sunset rides. Try sleeping on rocks for 4 months, getting paid $25 a month. That's like $600 today, while risking your life daily. Oh, and those fancy guns? Most cowboys couldn't afford them. A Colt .45 cost half their monthly salary. They mostly carried cheap rifles to shoot snakes, not outlaws. Now let's talk about the biggest lie of all, the shootout at high noon. You know the scene. 2 gunfighters face off in the dusty street. Dramatic music, tension building. Never happened. Not once. In the entire Wild West era, historians have found exactly 0 evidence of formal duels like this. 0. It's completely made up. The famous OK Corral gunfight, it lasted 30 seconds, happened in a narrow alley, and was basically a messy gang fight where most people missed their shots. Wild Bill Hickok, the most famous gunfighter, he killed 6 people total. Not 30, not 56. And most of those were accidents or self-defense. These weren't stone-cold killers. They were regular guys who occasionally got in fights. Ready for your mind to be completely blown? The Wild West had strict gun control. Every town made you check your guns with the sheriff. Carrying weapons in town was illegal. Those check your guns signs weren't suggestions. That was the law. Wyatt Earp wasn't some vigilante. He was literally enforcing gun control when the OK Corral thing happened. Here's the craziest stat. Dodge City, the supposedly wildest town in the West, averaged 1.5 murders per year. Your average American city today has 10 times more violence than the lawless Wild West. The frontier was actually super safe compared to modern cities. Mind-blowing, right? Now I need to get serious for a second. Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans as savage attackers, that's not just wrong. It's harmful propaganda that justified real genocide. The truth is most interactions were peaceful trade relationships. Native tribes served as guides and allies. When conflict happened, it was usually because the government broke treaties, not random attacks on innocent settlers. Want to know what actually killed settlers? Disease, cholera, typhoid, dysentery. Those are the real killers. More people died from bad water than bullets. Those dramatic cavalry rescue scenes? The army spent most of its time delivering mail and building roads, not fighting Indians. Here's another Hollywood lie. Women in the West were badasses with way more freedom than Eastern women. They could own property, run businesses, and vote. Wyoming gave women the vote in 1869. 50 years before the rest of America. There were female doctors, newspaper owners, and yes, even female outlaws who could outshoot most men. The romantic cowboy myth completely ignores what the West was really about, making money fast. This wasn't some escape from capitalism. It was capitalism gone wild. Boom towns would appear overnight when gold was found, then become ghost towns just as fast when the money ran out. Virginia City went from 25,000 people to 500 in just 20 years. And those independent cowboys riding into the sunset, Total fantasy. The railroads controlled everything. They decided which towns lived or died, owned millions of acres, and actually created the cowboy myth as a marketing tool to sell train tickets to tourists. The whole romantic Western image was literally advertising. The entire cowboy era lasted exactly 20 years, 1867 to 1887. That's it. Barbed wire into the open range. Railroads reached Texas, ending cattle drives, and harsh winters killed the herds. By 1890, most cowboys were unemployed or working regular ranch jobs for wages. The golden age of cowboys was shorter than Friends was on TV. So why do we still believe this stuff? Because it started as entertainment from day one. Dime novels in the 1860s created fictional Western heroes for people back east who'd never seen the frontier. Buffalo Bill's Wild West show turned these fake stories into live entertainment. Then Hollywood took the already fake stories and made them even more dramatic. These myths still shape America today. When politicians talk about rugged individualism or frontier spirit, they're quoting Hollywood movies, not history. These fake stories influence debates about gun rights, government, and what it means to be American. We're literally making policy based on John Wayne movies. But here's the thing. The real West is actually more interesting than the Hollywood version. A diverse group of young people building railroads, starting businesses, and creating new communities while dealing with actual challenges like disease, economics, and environmental disasters. That's a better story than fake gunfights. So here's my challenge for you. Next time someone talks about the good old days of the Wild West, where you see a politician dressed like a cowboy, remember what you learned today. The real history is messy, complicated, and way more fascinating than any movie Hollywood ever made. What other historical myths do you think Hollywood has completely screwed up? Pirates? Medieval times? World War II? Drop your suggestions in the comments because I'm already planning the next myth-busting video. And if this blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe for more history that'll make you question everything you thought you knew. Until next time, keep questioning those movies.